Hi, my name is Joop, and there might be times in your life where you're chasing a specific goal and you think, whenever I attain this goal, my life will be completed. But soon after achieving this goal, you don't feel much different and you feel the same amount of happiness as before. So you start chasing a new goal and you think, well, surely this time I will achieve everlasting happiness. And you achieve this goal, and again, after a while, you don't feel much happier than before. If this happens to you a lot, you might be running on what we call the hedonic treadmill. In this video, I will explain briefly what this is, how to step off of it to achieve a permanent feeling of happiness. The hedonic treadmill is a theory that says that people will always return to a relatively fixed level of happiness. And although efforts to increase the level of happiness might have a temporary effect, an individual will always return to an original level of happiness after a short while. Let me give you an example in the realm of work and material, because this theory often applies to those matters. Suppose you're spending your career chasing the next promotion and climbing onto the corporate ladder, earning more and more money every year, driving better cars, living in bigger houses. And every time you reach a new goal, you return to the same level of happiness as before. This means that your chase to achieve the next level of happiness will never be completed. To be aware of this principle is a powerful thing, and it will help you to avoid the risk to always be living in the future, a future that will in fact never arrive. And there's this one Jim Carrey quote that I think is very suitable. He says, "I hope everyone could get rich and famous and will have everything they've ever dreamed of, so they will know that this is not the answer." Well said, and hopefully now you will start to realize that to achieve long-lasting happiness, it's not about to keep chasing material goals indefinitely and to keep raising the bar. But what it is about is your ability to enjoy the things in life that you already have. If you are able to enjoy your current life situation, it will prevent you from falling back to this fixed level of happiness every time you achieve a new goal, and it will help you to stop running on this hedonic treadmill. Ultimately, you will be able to increase your feeling of happiness without increasing material and wealth around you necessarily. Another quote that will suit nicely here is one from Eckhart Tolle, and he says, "Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance." So now you know what the hedonic treadmill is, and maybe you had the realization that sometimes you find yourself running on this treadmill. A couple of quotes will not help you to get off of it necessarily, so let me give you a couple of practical tips you can use. Number one, practice mindfulness, for example meditation, to help you draw your focus into the here and now and away from the future, things you worry about, and maybe desires that you are pursuing. Number two, know yourself and try to figure out deep down what will make you happy, and don't be influenced too much by other people or perhaps media or things you see in movies. For example, if you've created a picture in your head that you want to be on a yacht drinking a martini when you retire, have a deep think if this is actually the thing you want. Do you like boats? You might get seasick, so make sure you're pursuing something that is actually your own goal. Practice gratefulness and write down 3 things a day that you're grateful for. Practice minimalism. Biggie already said it, more money, more problems. The principle of the hedonic treadmill can work against you, but it can also work in your advantage. Cutting things out of your life will need some getting used to, but you will find that after a couple of weeks, your level of happiness will be the same as before you still had those things. You can use this principle to create a simpler life with more freedom and more rest. Number 5, the realization that the things you do in life that are special are probably special because they are scarce, and that you will adapt to circumstances that are special at first but more mundane later when you've experienced these things more often. For example, staying in a 5-star hotel, if you do this the first time, this is amazing. But if you would stay here every week, you've created a new normal for yourself, and you have to keep raising the bar to keep getting amazed. Let's leave it at that. What I would want to add is that there's nothing wrong with chasing a specific goal, but what probably isn't healthy is to be stuck in this principle of the hedonic treadmill. And hopefully by now you'll realize that that will not bring you everlasting happiness. And achieving long-term happiness is easier said than done. I think as humans we are very special because we're able to imagine and to plan ahead in the future. Therefore, we're able to create beautiful things. But the pitfall is to occupy your mind only with the things that lie ahead. Realize that the best things in life don't come from material things or the numbers in your bank account, but come from meaningful work and having nice social connections, and the realization that you probably already have everything to be happy. I hope you find this interesting. If you do, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing on YouTube, or follow me on LinkedIn where I post more content like this, and I will see you in the next one.